All right, today's lesson is the matrix of the flat and round earth theory. The matrix of the flat and round earth theory. Everything that we fight and debate about come from people who control the box of the matrix. Just stop and think about what I'm saying. A lot of us debate whether the earth is round or flat, but the question is, are we even on an earth? Before you try to prove whether the earth is round or flat, you must first prove that we are where the matrix box say we are. Before you try to prove whether the earth is round or flat, you must first prove that we are where the matrix box say we are. If you say that the educational system has taught us lies, then it is time to raise the question on whether an earth really exists for us to even be arguing whether it is round or flat. You see, we have been put into a box and told that the box that we are in is the only box that we can think inside of. And if we do decide to think outside of that box that we are placed in, we are either crazy, pseudo, or whatever insane system to make us run back to the box that they built for us to live in. We are afraid to think beyond the status quo because in our minds, we say that all of this that we have learned is a bunch of lies, but yet we still run back to that lie and use it to try to debate whether the lie is the truth over another lie. You see, this is very contradicting to the fact that we really don't know where we are, and this is not to manipulate the debate parties of those who are utilizing these theoretical tactics, but we cannot see beyond anything using the emotions that we are seeing among these so-called advocates of truth and these different communities of so-called consciousness. Where are we is the question we need to ask. Where are we? If all of this is an illusion, have you ever stopped to ask yourself where we are or where you are? I'm talking about literally. Where are you? I'm not talking about the body because the body is not you. I'm talking about where is the you? Where is the you that is hearing, thinking the thoughts that is traveling into the physical brain? That matrix organ that is a satellite to where the real you is being transferred into, because many of us think that we are present in the physical body when in actuality we are not. That little modem that you call a brain is not where your thoughts is created, because you are the thoughts and the brain did not create you because it is not your mother. Your thoughts is your spiritual body. I always divide the brain from the mind because the mind is what is being covered by the brain, just like the soul is being covered by the body. I've always said that the mind is where the many yous exist because the mind is your natural satellite which transfers you in the form of thoughts to other realms and dimensions that you call dreams. Now let me attack this earth theory that we are all catching diabetes and high blood pressure over. When I say attack, I'm talking about attacking it from a numerical or numerology perspective. Now, every word that we speak is an ingredient of frequency which can be broken down into its lowest common denominator and can be used as a negative or positive spell to the brain. I'm going to say that again. Every word that we speak is an ingredient of frequency which can be broken down into its lowest common denominator and can be used as a negative or positive spell to the brain. So in the word or in the person that you call earth, you have E, which is 5. Then you have A, which is 1. You have R, which is 18. You have T, which is 20. Then you have H, which is 8. So you have 5118208. Which gives you 25. Then you have 2 plus 5, which gives you 7. Now remember in the Bible, the God of Genesis created the earth in 7 days. This number 7. God created the earth in 7 days. So what is it about that number 7 when it comes to this frequency that we call earth? Well, did you know that certain numbers can affect the brain, causing that part of you that you are unaware of, that lives in the subconscious, to hypnotize the conscious part of you subliminally by what it picks up in the frequency of that number? The number 7 does not represent completion as many of us believe. The number 7 places you in a circle or in a square, just like you are arguing over whether the earth is a circle or square. Do you see what I'm saying? The number 7 tells the subconscious to tell you that nothing else exists but the circle or the square you are in. And this is why you believe you are on or in a earth. And this is why they give you 7 days to complete your spell of being weak, or 7 days to be a week. 7 days is a week. So 7 days makes you weak. You are the time that you are the time that they are controlling. You are the time that they are controlling. The Moors have a 7 seals, which seals their minds to having the whole universe as a nationality. That number 7. That number 7, the 7 seals. To seal something means to shut it off, to stay in a square, to stay in a circle. Don't think outside of the box. The number 7 is not the frequency of the completion. The number 7 is the voice of that God that told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree of knowledge. The number 7 is the voice of that God in your Bible that told Adam and Eve not to eat from the tree of knowledge. This is why I do not consider that black woman to be God, because every word is a number connected to a frequency. So how can she be a stagnated number if she is the one producing the product of civilization? So is the earth flat or round? This should not be the question. The question we should really be asking is, does the earth really exist? Are we on an earth? And before we get too arrogant to say, well, we learned this in school, this is in that. Well, I thought the school taught lies. So it's time for us to really open up our eyes and start to detox. Forget the fucking health of the physical body. We are really sick in the spiritual body, which is our mind. So you can't work on the outside and think that that's going to change the inside. When you start from the inside, everything on the outside will change for you. So we need to detox our real body, which is our mind. Because when you take your mind back from this plane of existence that you call the matrix, you will be able to see past the things that they say exist. Everything that you think exists because somebody taught to you. And then you try to say that these people oppressed you, but yet you are using the oppressor's mechanism to try to prove one theory over another.